Hello everyone, welcome to this introduction video on Payload CMS. In this video, we're going to detail about Payload CMS, understand the core concept of Payload CMS, and also how to create, configure, and deploy properly configured Payload CMS application using Next.js. So Payload CMS is nothing but a modern way of creating websites. In Payload CMS, you create a config file which automatically generates database tables and API calls admin panel without doing any effort. So this is also one of the reason why Payload CMS is used when application is CMS intensive. Anyways, the other scenarios where Payload CMS also shine was when creating a POC of any of your application, because there is no need for you to create a front end, back end, and integrate it with database. So moving ahead to the next topic, you can visit the payloadcms.com to get more info on it. The developer documentation over here is good. The docs showcases a lot of things. There is a good conceptual concepts of what's config is, database, collection, globals. We're going to discuss all of this by creating something. Okay, to be more clear, here are a couple of core features I mentioned, which are very important while you are exploring about knowing and learning this. Unlike Prisma or Drizzle, where it provides an SDK based upon the schema or a config file which you have created, Payload CMS does this work. In fact, Payload CMS uses Drizzle in background to generate its SDK. Apart from it, it also provides the REST API, GraphQL API, and also admin panel, as mentioned previously. Anyways, here are a list of core features. With the help of Payload CMS, it's easy for us to create a production-ready backend which is compatible with Next.js frontend. This ensures that the application is in the headless nature. Also, this provides us then auto-generated API calls. I have mentioned this multiple times. The same goes for the admin panel. One of the main feature which I like from Payload CMS is the lifecycle hooks. Lifecycle hooks are one of the core features which I really like about Payload CMS. This eliminates the need for me to play with the database events to do business logic. For example, if a user created, I would like to send an email welcoming them or providing any sort of information, or if a new post was released, I would like to send it into all the social media platforms. For that, usually we stick with the database events on database. With the lifecycle hooks, what Payload CMS is providing, adding the business logic in background is a breeze. Anyways, there are extensions like plugin ecosystem, and Payload CMS is open source, which can be self-hostable. It supports Postgres, MongoDB, SQLite. There are many more. But how do we start? We start by building. To begin with, we will create a small to-do application, and then we will move on to a simpler portfolio website, and at last we create a fully functional e-commerce website. So how do we begin the to-do application? So before moving or explaining why I choose the to-do application will give us a solid foundation of how the CRUD operations would work, how the authentication can be enabled, how I can control the access control. We will look into all the different CRUD operations, how to use the CRUD operations, different ways of using these CRUD operations, via APIs, via GraphQL API, via REST API. So what are the prerequisites? The prerequisites are simple. You need to have a basic understanding of JavaScript. Anyways, Payload is integrated in Next.js, so you should have some sort of an idea on React, how React would work, what's Next.js and all. And it's obvious, if you are familiar with Next.js, you might know how the API calls would work. But anyways, I'm just adding them in the prerequisites. Apart from all of this, the ability for you to focus and stick till the end of the series is one of the prerequisite too. Apart from prerequisites, it's good to know that there is no need for you to worry about your knowledge on the databases. There is no need for you to have a good knowledge on MongoDB, Postgres, or SQLite. You have to know was to define the config file, and Payload CMS will take care in aspects of creating the database tables and also creating the API calls. That's it. Let's see you in next video where we will discuss about project setup.